She was always the slowest in real-time response exercises at Cyber Command. It took her minutes to detect hacking attempts, hours to implement countermeasures. Not ready for live cyberwar, they said, until Russian hackers infiltrated the U.S. nuclear arsenal, and only 3.7 seconds remained before World War III began, when they realized their only chance was that slow cyber warrior. Fort Gordon in Georgia serves as the operational center of U.S. Cyber Command, considered the heart of America's digital defense. In the Cyber Mission Force training facility, the nation's most advanced cyber warriors are developed. Real-time threat response, advanced persistent threats, nation-state level attacks, preparation is made for every scenario. In the 6th month of the Cyber Operations Specialist Training Program, at the Advanced Cyber Defense Lab, Major Patricia Firewall Stevens was supervising realistic cyber attack simulations. 44 years old, MIT computer science graduate, 20 years of military cyber experience, multiple nation-state attacks successfully repelled. Standing beside her was Lieutenant Colonel Marcus Phantom Rodriguez, Cyber Command's lead instructor. 48 years old, NSA background, 15 years in advanced persistent threat analysis, and authority in cyber warfare tactics development. In the high-tech cyber laboratory at advanced workstations, next-generation cyber specialists were practicing real-time attack scenarios, multi-monitor setups, quantum encryption systems, AI-assisted threat detection. Cutting-edge technology was available at every station. At a corner workstation, Staff Sergeant Riley Phoenix Washington was methodically analyzing code, displaying a visibly different approach from other specialists. 28 years old, African-American, Georgia Tech computer science graduate, but she had consistent challenges with practical speed. Major Stevens initiated the simulation. Advanced Persistent Threat Scenario. Chinese state actors attempting infrastructure infiltration. Response time is critical. Execute countermeasures immediately. Other cyber specialists displayed rapid responses. Sergeant David Lightning Kim, threat detected in 23 seconds. Countermeasures deployed in 1.2 minutes. Specialist Amanda Bolt Johnson, malware isolated in 31 seconds. System secured in 1.8 minutes. Corporal Michael Flash Davis, attack vector identified in 19 seconds. Firewall updated in 1.1 minutes. When Riley's turn came, her methodical approach was immediately evident. Screen-by-screen analysis, code-by-code examination, systematic threat assessment. Detection time, 4.7 minutes. Countermeasures, 8.2 minutes. Washington, Major Stevens called out in frustration. By the time you respond, the entire grid would be compromised. Speed is critical in cyber war. Ma'am, thorough analysis ensures complete threat elimination. Peer comments were harsh. Riley, real attacks don't wait for perfect analysis. Speed kills in the cyber domain. In the following months, Riley's performance pattern remained consistent. Thorough but slow. Detailed analysis was excellent. Comprehensive understanding superior, but execution speed was consistently below peer standards. The official evaluation documented concerns. Staff Sergeant Washington demonstrates exceptional analytical capabilities and theoretical knowledge. However, real-time response speed is significantly below operational requirements. Cyber threats require immediate response. Delayed countermeasures are often ineffective. Lieutenant Colonel Rodriguez conducted private counseling. Riley, your technical understanding is outstanding. Code analysis skills are superior to most specialists, but cyber war is a speed game. Hesitation costs lives. Sir, rushed responses often miss sophisticated attack vectors. Thorough analysis prevents overlooked vulnerabilities. Washington, the enemy doesn't provide time for perfect solutions. Quick, effective responses are better than slow, perfect ones that arrive too late. Psychological evaluation provided revealing insights. Staff Sergeant Washington exhibits perfectionist tendencies leading to analysis paralysis under time pressure. Intellectual capabilities are exceptional, but the decision-making process is too methodical for rapid response scenarios. Training modifications were attempted: speed drills, time-limited exercises, pressure simulations. Gradual improvement was evident, but she was still significantly slower than the peer group average. The most concerning incident occurred during Week 16, a simulated nuclear facility attack. Russian-style advanced persistent threat targeting control systems. Riley was designated as the primary responder. The setup was realistic: a sophisticated multi-vector attack, legitimate system access combined with malicious code injection, time-sensitive response required to prevent simulated meltdown. Riley's approach was methodical as always: systematic code analysis, comprehensive threat assessment, detailed vulnerability mapping. Time elapsed: 12.7 minutes for full response. The post-exercise debrief presented harsh reality. Washington, Major Stevens said seriously, 12 minutes for a nuclear facility cyber attack means radiation release, potential catastrophic failure, unacceptable response time. Ma'am, thorough analysis revealed 17 different attack vectors. A quick response would have missed critical vulnerabilities. In the real world, missing one vulnerability is better than losing the entire facility to a delayed response. Riley was near removal from the advanced cyber program. A formal review was conducted, and a recommendation for reassignment to non-time-critical cyber analysis was prepared. An unexpected advocate emerged: Dr. Jennifer Mitchell, Cyber Command psychological consultant and former DARPA researcher. Riley's analytical depth is a unique asset. The problem isn't capability, but application. She needs a different operational role. Doctor, cyber operations require speed. Real-time threats don't wait for analysis. Major, Riley's thorough approach is valuable for complex, sophisticated attacks where speed is less important than accuracy. Consider a specialized track. An alternative training path was developed: Advanced Threat Analysis Specialist. The focus shifted from rapid response to deep, comprehensive threat assessment. Long-term threat hunting, sophisticated adversary analysis, complex attack pattern recognition. The new training methodology revealed Riley's true strengths: multi-day analysis projects, complex threat ecosystem mapping, advanced persistent threat behavioral analysis. She consistently demonstrated excellence. The critical breakthrough came during a specialized exercise: a month-long advanced persistent threat simulation, a sophisticated nation-state attack spanning multiple systems, designed to remain undetected while gathering intelligence. While rapid response specialists missed subtle indicators, Riley's systematic analysis revealed the entire attack infrastructure: command and control servers, exfiltration methods, long-term persistence mechanisms, future attack capabilities. Major Stevens was impressed. Washington, this analysis reveals attack sophistication we completely missed with rapid assessment methods. Ma'am, sophisticated adversaries require sophisticated analysis. Surface-level quick fixes are inadequate for advanced threats. The graduation recommendation was positive. Staff Sergeant Washington is recommended for advanced threat analysis specialization, exceptional capability for complex, long-term cyber threat assessment, not suitable for rapid response roles but invaluable for sophisticated threat analysis. Assignment orders: U.S. Cyber Command Threat Hunting Team, Fort Meade, Maryland. a specialized unit focused on advanced, persistent threats, nation-state actors, sophisticated long-term cyber campaigns. Team leader Major Sarah Hunter Chen welcomed Riley. "Washington, your reputation for thorough analysis precedes you. We need someone who thinks like sophisticated adversaries." The team composition was specialized. 5 analysts focused on different threat vectors. Riley was assigned to nation-state-level threat analysis, specifically Russian Federation cyber capabilities. Initial assignments were routine: monthly threat assessments, quarterly adversary capability updates, annual strategic analysis reports. Riley excelled in long-term analysis, developing comprehensive threat models. Peer dynamics were initially positive. The team respected her thorough analysis, detailed reporting, comprehensive threat understanding. No time pressure, no rapid response requirements. A critical development occurred during month 4, detection of a sophisticated attack campaign against U.S. critical infrastructure. Initial indicators were subtle: minor configuration changes, occasional system slowdowns, barely detectable network anomalies. The rapid response team investigated, found no immediate threats, and closed the case as a false alarm. But Riley's detailed analysis revealed disturbing patterns: systematic reconnaissance, infrastructure mapping, potential preparation for a major attack. "Chen," Riley approached the team leader, "this isn't a false alarm. This is a sophisticated campaign targeting nuclear command systems." Major Chen was skeptical. "Washington, the rapid team found nothing." System analysis showed normal operations. "Ma'am, sophisticated adversaries operate below detection thresholds. This attack is designed to remain invisible while gathering critical intelligence." Riley's comprehensive analysis revealed the attack's sophistication: a Russian APT group, year-long infiltration campaign, systematic mapping of nuclear command authority networks, preparation for potential nuclear arsenal compromise. Riley's analysis revealed an alarming reality. Russian hackers had achieved unprecedented penetration into U.S. nuclear command infrastructure. Not an immediate attack, but systematic preparation for potential nuclear arsenal compromise. Intelligence gathered showed a sophisticated operation: mapping nuclear launch procedures, identifying authentication systems, analyzing communication protocols, preparing potential override capabilities. "Ma'am," Riley presented her findings, "this represents an existential threat to national security. Russian capabilities suggest potential nuclear command compromise." Major Chen studied the analysis. "Washington, if this is accurate, it represents the most serious cyber threat in American history." "Ma'am, analysis indicates active preparation for nuclear arsenal infiltration. Timeline suggests readiness for the operational phase within weeks." Immediate escalation to the highest levels: Cyber Command Leadership, NSA, Department of Defense, National Security Council. Riley's analysis triggered a national security alert. General Patricia Hayes, Cyber Command Commander, personally reviewed the assessment. "Staff Sergeant Washington, this analysis suggests adversary capability to compromise the nuclear arsenal." "Ma'am, analysis indicates sophisticated preparation for nuclear command systems infiltration. Attack infrastructure established, procedures mapped, potential override capabilities developed. Assessment of timeline for operational capability. General, infrastructure suggests the adversary is ready for the operational phase. A trigger event could initiate nuclear arsenal compromise within hours." The national security implications were staggering. Emergency meetings were convened, response options developed, diplomatic channels activated. Riley's slow, thorough analysis had revealed a threat that rapid assessments completely missed. December 23rd, 23:47 hours. Christmas Eve approaching, skeleton crews manning most facilities. Perfect timing for a sophisticated cyber attack. Emergency alert at the Fort Meade Cyber Command Operations Center. Pinnacle threat detected. Russian state actors initiating Phase 2 nuclear arsenal infiltration. Riley was immediately called to the crisis response team. Analysis indicated prepared attack infrastructure was activating. Nuclear command systems were under active assault. Timeline for complete compromise. Estimated 18 to 24 minutes. Rapid response teams were deployed immediately, but sophisticated attack vectors were beyond standard countermeasure capabilities. Traditional firewall updates, malware detection, system isolation, all were inadequate against the advanced, persistent threat. Washington, General Hayes communicated directly, "Your analysis predicted this. What's our response strategy?" General, standard countermeasures are inadequate. The attack is designed to circumvent traditional defenses. A different approach is required. The crisis escalated rapidly. Nuclear command authority systems were reporting anomalies. Authentication protocols were experiencing interference. Communication systems showed signs of compromise. The National Command Authority was activated. The President was briefed. The Secretary of Defense was alerted. The Joint Chiefs assembled. Potential nuclear arsenal compromise represented the ultimate national security threat. The most alarming development: automated nuclear launch procedures were showing signs of unauthorized access attempts. Russian hackers were approaching the capability to override safety systems, potentially triggering unauthorized launch sequences. Washington, General Hayes said desperately, "Conventional cyber responses are failing. The attack is too sophisticated. You understand this threat better than anyone. Options." Riley faced the ultimate pressure situation. The entire nation's nuclear security was dependent on cyber response. Traditional methods were failing. Time was running critically short. Riley analyzed the attack pattern systematically despite time pressure. The Russian approach was sophisticated but followed predictable methodology: systematic infiltration, gradual privilege escalation, infrastructure takeover, operational control. General, the attack is sophisticated but methodical. The adversary is following an established pattern. Weakness: systematic approaches can be predicted, anticipated. Washington, explain rapidly. Time is critical. Ma'am, Russian hackers are using a methodical approach similar to my analysis style. I can predict their next moves, prepare countermeasures. An unconventional strategy was developed. Instead of reactive defense, predictive countermeasures. Anticipate attack progression, prepare responses for future moves rather than current actions. Riley's deep understanding of methodical thinking provided a unique advantage. She could predict sophisticated adversary behavior because of her similar analytical approach. General, the attack will progress through the nuclear command hierarchy systematically. Next target: authentication override systems. Countermeasure: preemptive authentication protocol modification. The strategy was implemented rapidly. Instead of reacting to the current attack, they were preparing defenses for predicted future moves. Riley's slow, methodical analysis style was perfectly matched to sophisticated adversary prediction. The critical moment approached. Russian hackers reached 97.3% nuclear arsenal access. Authentication systems were compromised. Safety protocols bypassed. Launch authority systems under active attack. The final phase was initiated. Russian attempt to override nuclear launch safety systems, potentially triggering unauthorized nuclear launch sequence. Success would result in accidental nuclear war, a World War III scenario. The clock showed 3.7 seconds remaining until final override completion. All conventional countermeasures were exhausted. The only remaining option, Riley's predictive countermeasure strategy. Riley's months of methodical analysis suddenly became an advantage. Her understanding of sophisticated attack methodology allowed perfect prediction of the final attack vector. 3.7 seconds remaining. Riley implemented the prepared countermeasure. Authentication system failsafe activation, precisely calibrated to her Russian attack methodology prediction. Countermeasure deployed, 3.6 seconds. Authentication override blocked, 3.5 seconds. Launch sequence security restored, 3.4 seconds. Russian hack completely neutralized, 3.3 seconds. Nuclear arsenal secured with 3.2 seconds remaining until potential World War III. The Crisis Response Center erupted. Attack neutralized, nuclear system secure, authorization restored. Russian hackers found their sophisticated, methodical attack perfectly anticipated, completely countered by equally methodical defensive analysis. General Hayes was amazed. Washington, how did you predict the exact attack vector? Ma'am, sophisticated adversaries think methodically, like detailed analysis. Understanding their methodology allows prediction. Post-incident analysis revealed Riley's slow, thorough analytical approach was perfectly suited for sophisticated threat prediction. What appeared to be a weakness in rapid response scenarios became the ultimate strength against advanced, persistent threats. International implications were resolved. Diplomatic channels confirmed accidental nuclear launch was prevented. The Russian Federation denied involvement. Crisis de-escalated without military confrontation. Riley's critical success completely transformed the U.S. Cyber Command approach to sophisticated threats. Methodical analysis was recognized as an essential capability, not an operational limitation. A medal ceremony was conducted at the Pentagon. Riley received the Defense Superior Service Medal, Joint Service Achievement Medal, Presidential Unit Citation. Most significantly, promotion to Technical Sergeant, assignment as Senior Threat Analysis Specialist. Media coverage was careful due to classification. Cyber Specialist prevents nuclear crisis. Methodical analysis saves world from nuclear war. Details were classified, but recognition of the analytical approach was public. The professional transformation was dramatic, from too slow for cyberwar to essential for sophisticated threats. The Cyber Command curriculum was updated, methodical analysis integrated into the training program. Major Stevens, her former critic, was now an advocate. Washington proved speed isn't always critical. Sophisticated threats require sophisticated analysis. Her methodology saved more lives than all rapid responses combined. Lieutenant Colonel Rodriguez agreed. Cyber warfare is complex. Different threats require different approaches. Riley demonstrated the value of thorough analysis in sophisticated threat scenarios. Riley was promoted to an instructor position, Advanced Threat Analysis School, teaching the next generation of cyber specialists comprehensive analytical methodology. Her core teaching: cyber threats vary in sophistication. Rapid response is appropriate for simple attacks. Complex adversaries require complex analysis. Match your analytical approach to threat sophistication level. Years later, international recognition followed. NATO cyber defense conferences requested Riley's methodology. Allied nations adopted predictive countermeasure strategies. Riley reflected, being slow in training was an advantage in the real world. Sophisticated adversaries think slowly, plan carefully. Understanding their methodology is key to prediction and prevention. Riley's Washington method became the international standard for advanced persistent threat analysis. Systematic prediction of sophisticated attack vectors was adopted globally. The U.S. Cyber Command established the Advanced Threat Prediction Center, with Riley as founding director, a specialized facility focusing on nation-state level threat analysis, sophisticated adversary behavioral prediction. International cooperation expanded. Allied nations sharing threat intelligence, collaborative analysis of sophisticated attack campaigns, joint development of predictive countermeasures. The most significant development: prevention of multiple sophisticated attacks through predictive analysis. Chinese infrastructure attacks were anticipated and blocked. Iranian nuclear facility reconnaissance was prevented. North Korean financial system attacks were neutralized. Global impact was substantial. Reduced international cyber tensions, improved critical infrastructure security, enhanced nuclear safety protocols worldwide. Academic recognition followed. Riley was invited as a lecturer at major universities, cybersecurity conferences, government policy forums. The methodical analysis approach was studied and replicated internationally. Personal satisfaction was the greatest. The slow analysis style, which caused years of criticism, became a world-saving capability, validation of different approaches to problem solving. After that critical Christmas Eve night at the Fort Gordon Cyber Command training facility, everyone knew Technical Sergeant Riley Phoenix Washington for the true meaning of cyber excellence. The specialist, labeled as too slow for cyberwar, had successfully predicted and prevented the world's most sophisticated cyber attack. Her story became an inspiration to countless cyber professionals facing speed pressures, performance criticism, and institutional bias. She proved that different approaches are valuable. Methodical thinking is essential for sophisticated threats, and slow analysis is sometimes faster than rapid response. Riley's thorough analytical style, initially seen as an operational limitation, became her greatest professional strength. Her understanding of methodical thinking allowed prediction of sophisticated adversary behavior and prevention of catastrophic outcomes. Most importantly, the nuclear crisis prevention demonstrated a fundamental cybersecurity truth: sophisticated threats require sophisticated responses. Speed is important for simple attacks, but complex adversaries need complex analysis. Her legacy continues to influence global cybersecurity, threat analysis methodology, and strategic defense planning. The lesson learned: diverse analytical approaches are essential. Different thinking styles are valuable for different threat types. That Christmas Eve proved an essential principle. Saving the world sometimes requires a different approach than conventional wisdom suggests. When sophisticated adversaries threaten global security and rapid responses fail, sometimes the slow analyst possesses exactly the needed capabilities. Riley Washington proved this truth in 3.7 seconds, earning her place among cybersecurity legends through methodical excellence that prevented World War III.